I can think of two things that bring ultimate light into this world: puppies and babies. Would you disagree? Maybe you're more of a kitten person, but either way, new life is exciting and sure to bring a smile. Anybody who's had the chance to hold a newborn, if not their own, knows how sweet it is to nuzzle your face into that fresh peach fuzz and see the rosy pink cheeks of a brand new babe. They are the most precious gifts to grace this earth. Their laughter, their smiles, their daily discoveries are what make this world go round. I'm currently 19 weeks pregnant, and I'm just a few days away of finding out what the gender is. My husband and I couldn't be more excited. I've noticed a few changes in myself though, as I've had the opportunity to carry a baby thus far. I have found much greater sympathy for those women who have a hard time carrying children, and my sensitivity to the topic of abortion has heightened. Abortion has been and will continue to be the largest genocide epidemic that has ever happened in our world history. It is mortifying and morally wrong. If you looked up in the dictionary the definition of genocide, you would find something along the lines of a deliberate act of killing a mass amount of people or specific group. According to Guttmacher's Institute, which specializes in abortion statistics, there are 19% of pregnancies, excluding miscarriages, in 2014 that ended in abortion. That's 1 in 5 women choosing to abort. Why should abortion not be the option? Because new life is conceived the moment 2 cells come together. Everyone has the divine worth of God in them and innate throughout their soul, and taking the life of an innocent child is no mother's choice to make. Governments have fought hard and argued for decades whenever life in the womb becomes meaningful. I think it's fair to say that sometimes we all hit stages in our lives where we feel unfulfilled or wonder if our life is meaningful. Is there truly a way to define meaningful life? Yes. Medical personnel will tell you that as soon as 2 cells come together to unite, bringing 23 chromosomes from the father and 23 chromosomes to the mother, that it creates a new cell that is working and functioning on its own, ready to multiply. This new cell contains thousands of unique genes and DNA that is particularly special for that one cell that is created. The minute the 2 cells come together of the parents, life is meaningful and creates a wholly new self-sustained being. Russell M. Nelson, president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, as well as a renowned heart surgeon throughout the world, stated that it is only 22 days after the 2 cells have united, a little heart begins to beat. At 26 days, the circulation of blood begins. To legislate that when a developing life is considered meaningful is presumptive and quite arbitrary. Secondly, we are made of divine matter. As taught in the Bible, Genesis 1:27, all of us are created in the image of God. According to Pew Research Center in Religion and Public Life Project, over 2/3 of Americans claim to be Christian and value God's word. If this is the case, spiritual reasoning has just as much validity as medical reasoning. God does not mince words when he has given us the commandment in Exodus 20:13, "Thou shalt not kill." We wince at the idea of a mass slaughtering caused by war, but what about the mass slaughtering of the innocent, unborn, and voiceless children? I personally believe in further revelation that's been given to us in the Doctrine and Covenants, section 59, verse 6. "Thou shalt not kill, nor do anything like unto it." Like unto it. Who are we as individuals to say that one soul might be of worth and one might not be? We are all made up of divine matter. We all come from the same God. This is true whether we are also created all in the same way. This is true whether or not you have a religious background. the words of Thomas Jefferson continue to ring true. Men are all created equal and have the right to live. One of the biggest arguments that pro-abortionists make is that they are pro-choice. They argue women should have the choice with what to do with their bodies. Each woman should have the agency on what to do with her own body, how it should be treated, and whether ultimately or not the baby that is conceived in the womb should stay or be slayed. My argument here is that women did indeed have the choice. She had several choices. She had the choice whether to be sexually active or risk becoming pregnant in the first place. She had the choice to have intimate relations with. She had the choice on what to wear. She had the choice to use condoms, contraceptives, an IUD ring, and other preventative items. She had the choice to simply live and hope on a prayer that this one time becoming unarmed would not result in a pregnancy. She had many choices. She had as many choices as one might think that they have going to a Chinese buffet or eating at good old Checorama. It is after that she has made these choices that she is not able to choose her consequence. As soon as the spark of life is conceived, within her the luxury of choice is gone. If a man or woman is offered a cigarette and decides to smoke, that is their choice. However, it is after they have chosen to take one puff or make it a habitual habit that they cannot rid themselves of the consequence of that choice. If they unexpectedly develop lung cancer due to their choice of smoking, they have to live with it. They cannot tell the lung cancer, "Hey, this isn't for me, this is cramping my style," and simply throw the problem away, or in our case, kill the victim. It is the fate and consequence of the latter that will and should decide, not the choice itself. I need to acknowledge and want to willingly sympathize with those who have come across tragic events of rape or incest resulting in a pregnancy. The last situation to acknowledge is when a mother's life or health is at stake due to a pregnancy. In these situations, choice was not granted. I admit that. Though abortion might be the option in these cases, women and their supporting circles should take the deep thought and possibly consult therapists, religious leaders, as well as medical professionals to decide on what the best decision would be for that particular woman. However, these exceptions are rare. If you take a look at the PowerPoint attached, you will see a bar graph comparing reasons why women chose an abortion in 1987 and 2004. Some of the reasons are as follows. I'm not ready for a child. I can't afford a baby. The baby will interrupt my career or education. We would call these social and economic reasons. However, I would dare say that I would call them selfish reasons. These type of reasons make up for 99.31% abortions, as you can see. Notice how there's a dramatic increase of these social reasons since we've entered into the 21st century. The women who gave reasons for rape or incest were less than 1/10 of 1%. The women who were claiming to have had an abortion due to saving their lives or having health problems were less than 1/3 of 1%. I reiterate that the cases who might have validity in getting an abortion are minimal at best. Think of the parents who don't have the opportunity. Think of the many wonderful adoption programs. Think of the joy you could bring to someone else to give them a child to breathe new life into. If you cannot take care of a child for personal reasons, give someone else the opportunity to raise it. My dear friend Jamie and her husband Brent struggled at miscarriage after miscarriage, carrying one of their own. Due to this challenge, they started looking for an adoption and were quick to find a perfect match. They were able to be with the carrying mother the whole way and be there for the delivery. They were able to take that child as their own. As you can see in the picture now, they are a beautiful family of 5, 3 adopted children, healthy and happy. The war may continue to rage, but stand for goodness in life and take abortion out of your stored arsenal and vocabulary. I strongly encourage you to consider my reasons to stand against abortion and make more ethical decisions to be pro-life. The next time you hold a newborn baby in your arms, I want you to think about how that child in just a few weeks before or months before could have not been living and breathing in your arms in that moment, all because someone unjustly took the consequence and selected mission abort.